Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello. It is so wonderful to be able to connect with you, to be able to say hi, what is happening, what be going on with you, and all of that good stuff, and all of that good stuff. Hello, hello, and how do you do? How are you? So, for those of you who will be watching live, yes, 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 and yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love engagement. You know I do. You know it. If you've been with me on any kind of journey, you know I'm a call and response kind of girl. Amen. Amen. All right. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, cool. Cool beans, cool beans. Good morning, Judith. Hey, dear. For those of you who would be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I can appreciate that. And for that final group, what's it going to say? Oh, who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage me, yours truly. So I am beyond super duper duper excited. Today is Tuesday. So in less than in a little bit more than a week, we will be at the Queen's Adventure. I'm so beyond excited, y'all. I'm so excited. I love what Papa has created me to do. And this Self Love Queen's Adventure, I've been created to do it. I'm just saying. I love how I've been created. I love how I have evolved and become over time. I just appreciate myself. I do. I appreciate myself. I appreciate what I bring to the table. I appreciate how I make adjustments when I drop the ball because I do drop balls. I'm just saying, you ain't ever got to worry about me pretending like I got it all together. No, no, not, not a. There's some areas I need a whole bunch of help in. Okay, and so yes, Devira, yes. Good morning, Devira L. Robinson. Good morning. Yes, Queen's Adventure is around the corner, and I'm so beyond excited. I have finally, it's funny. It's just funny how things are different, right? So the first Queen's Adventure, Papa, when I say he spoon fed that thing to me, every day I came in and I sat and I'm in meditation and I'm receiving, and it was spoon fed little by little by little, each iteration. And then this time it's like I haven't even had the mental space to kind of like just, so I got a little here, a sprinkle here, a sprinkle there, a sprinkle here, and a sprinkle there. What I love it is it don't have to be the same way every time, meaning the way that I receive from Papa. But he definitely downloading at this point. And it just is what it is. But what I do know is that I could do a Queen's Adventure on a dime because I've been created to do it. So even if I didn't have that, right, one to one, whatever, that I would be able to pour out and be positioned to receive. Because even though I'm pouring out, believe me, I receive as well. And so, but it is coming in like a flood. I'm just telling you, it's coming in like a flood. And I am beyond excited about what this is like it already is in Papa's economy. It's already done. It's already done. We just have to show up and have the experience, but for what he intends, it is already done. I'm excited. Yes, 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 yes. I see myself, I feel it, I'm experiencing it. We dancing, we laughing, we are diving in deep and then coming back up for air, and we waving our pom poms and we celebrating and loving on our sisters and having a ball while we are doing it. Yes, 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 and yes. So, yes, me too, Devira. I'm so there. I am there. So, some of us will go up next week on Wednesday. to prepare everything, and then everybody else will come in on Thursday, and it's on and popping until Sunday. It's on and popping until Sunday at 4. And I'm very excited. It's like I'm really, the first one was the experiment of it all. Just, you don't really know what to expect. This one, I know kind of what to expect and have run into some challenges that I didn't have in the first one, but it's all good, right? And so we make the adjustments and we keep going. And then the third one is already on the books, the day after Mother's Day. Good morning, Brian and Virginia. Good morning, sister. Good morning. So good to see you. The third one is already on the books. So for those of you who are interested in the Queen's Adventure, the weekend after Mother's Day, May 2024, you'll be able to start registering for that next week. You will be able to start registering for that probably this next week. You can start registering for that one as well. But I'm just so super duper excited. Good morning, Letitia. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, so Queen's Adventure 2024, Gull Lake, Michigan, the weekend after Mother's Day. I finally, getting my order, my things in order. This year, well, I'd intended that it would be the weekend after Mother's Day, but I didn't schedule it while I was there. And so I missed my window, missed my date, which is how we got to September. Because my preference at Gull Lake is to do May. And so moving forward, we will do May in Gull Lake. So, get yourself ready. And I'm just extremely beyond ecstatically grateful for the opportunity to pour into, to celebrate. I'm on a cloud. I got all my stuff laid out. Good morning, Virginia. Good morning, dear. I got all my stuff laid out, everything pulled out and pulling it out and starting the packing process and crossing my list and checking it off. And while I'm doing that, it still keep unfolding because I'm like, I was sitting here last night at the computer and working on something. And then I needed a song for this particular session to clinch the session. And I'm scrolling, and I go one song and I'm like, oh, that's okay. Go to another song. And then I was like, Papa, you a trip. You are amazingly a trip. No matter what, like there's always an answer, a ram in the bush. Like there's always what you need, what we need is always available. So I'm just super duper, super duper excited and ready. Ready. I was made for this, y'all. I was made for this. I was made for this. You all are going to have a spirit-filled and emotional bonding time, enjoy and have fun. Absolutely. I was made for this. Lots of laughter, lots of dancing, lots of enjoyment, lots of celebration, right? Celebration. This Queen's Adventure is entitled Celebrating the Unique Gift of You. That's what we're focusing on. Celebrating the unique gift of you. That's what we're doing all week long. We're going to celebrate your uniqueness, the unique gift that is you, the unique gift that is I, all week long. That's what we're doing. We're going to be pouring into, calling it out, celebrating it, and just loving. I'm going to say something, and I'm probably going to talk about this at the Queen's Adventure as well, because my mind is a little bit blown by this, and I just don't really get it. That idea that women don't get along, don't always along. Hi, Ray. Good morning. That women just can't get along. Like I don't have women friends. Like I be like, so a whole gender you just kind of set aside. You can't be friends with a whole gender. Boo, that's about you. It is, honey. That's about you. If you can't be friends with an entire gender, that's something you drawn to you. Like you drawing that to you. So I'm not sure, right? An entire gender. Like, really? So I'm just saying. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning back to you, Brenda Voris. Good morning. So I'm just saying. So, so the Queen's Adventure is antithetical to that type of concept. No, women, these women who come on the Queen's Adventure, women who are ready to cultivate love for all their parts, to honor their souls, cry courageously, to experience jubilance with sister interactions, to build muscles for celebrating her and her sister, and to gain tools to sustain the transformation. These kind of women, oh yeah. Oh, they can be in community, healthy community, and authentic community, transparent community, and yeah, they gonna have stuff, but they're gonna work through their stuff. You'll have honest conversations about their stuff. And they might not even speak to each other for a minute till they get themselves together. Because sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you just need, right, your own time to go say, okay, let me get myself together. All right. But then we're going to come back with honest conversations and do what we need to do, apologize, release, hold folk accountable, whatever, and have um, a richer, more whatever in conversation. And then sometimes we'll say we're parting, we'll say we're concluded. Right. Sometimes we'll say we're concluded, but never will we say, I don't do women. What? On what planet? In what world? Honey, let me help you. You're missing out. If you have like segregate, you don't do your sisters and honey, let's have a conversation. I understand that stuff has happened, so on and so forth, but it ain't got to be that way. I'm just saying. All right, I'm on my soapbox this morning. Good morning, Dorian, and welcome. Good morning. It don't have to be that way. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm super excited. What hinders us from just being? What hinders us from just being? Right? Yesterday we talked about this idea of um I don't remember what he said, but something along the same lines of what hinders us from just being. Well, what stops us from? I don't know. I don't know what I said yesterday, but something along those lines. Anyway, but what hinders us from just being? What hinders us from just being? What hinders us from showing up as ourselves and experiencing sufficiency there, knowing that if we need more, we can get more. Self-love Queen's Adventure, healthy, authentic, and truly transformative. You will not leave the way you come, and you will have a good time. Promise. You will have a fun. Dun, 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 dun. So it's interesting. I love the way I heard Letitia describe it to one of her sisters. Ask, what is it like? She was like, Dr. James on steroids. When I say that cracked me up, I cracked up because she is right. She is right. It's like somebody inject me with more of me. I love that thought. It's like I'm injected with more of me during that weekend, more of who Papa created me to be, more of, right? More of the love, more of the joy, more of the belonging, more of the celebration, more of the honoring, more of the managing, more. It was the best description I had. It was hilarious. I cracked up when I heard that description. It was the most hilarious thing ever. So what hinders us from just being? It's what we say to ourselves at the end of the day. It is the conversation that we have with ourselves, the coulda, shoulda, woulda conversation, the what if conversation, the they did this conversation, the they're going to laugh at me conversation. I'm not going to be invited, or I'm going to be excommunicated. I'm going to be pushed out, or I won't belong, right? It's our core needs that are at risk, we believe. Acceptance, belonging, significance, love, safety, right? We're believing that those things are at risk. And so we pretend and mask and hide and defend, and we do all of those things that stop us from connecting. I'm not saying I don't do them, right? I'm not saying that I don't run into them. However, those things that are not life giving, I don't do them as often. I don't stay as long. I recover sooner, quicker, faster. When I find and I pay attention, like this is what I'm inviting us to do, to live sober lives where we are aware of what we're saying to ourselves. We're aware of how we're showing up. We're aware of what we're doing, that we have awareness. And why this is vital and why it is important is because with our awareness, we can make some decisions in the moment. Like if we're not paying attention to where we are, we're not paying attention to what we're doing, if we're not paying attention to why we're doing something, then we'll find ourselves doing all kinds of things that we just don't even realize that we're doing. But look, let me tell you, at the moment when you realize you've done something, and if that something doesn't work for you, you can adjust that bad boy. Like you can backtrack, you can say, oh man, snap. What the kids say, snap, or used to say. I didn't even know I did that. I didn't know I said that. Somebody said I said something, and they after they said something, and if I, and I'm not questioning that I did it. I've got to go back and review something in order to see that. But if it happened the way that the person said it happened, I'm like, oh snap! Like I would never, not never. So if those words came out of my mouth, it had nothing. It was not that. But when I tell you, I've got to applaud this person because they came and asked me. They came and they asked me, and that created an opportunity for us to have a life giving conversation and me to apologize. Hey, I apologize for words that came out of my mouth that impacted you in this way, right? And I don't own that person's feelings. Everybody on y'all know me. I ain't rescuing folk and I ain't owning their feelings. Not never. Everybody get to feel what they feel. However, we do have impact, right? And so, and words are everything to me. So, I just owned it, without even, but I'm gonna go back and look and review and see what I said. But what I do know is what I said wouldn't have like I am not the kind of person who's going to throw daggers at people, who's going to do a passive aggressive, how something will happen and then somebody will say something and it just puts venom in the room. It puts toxicity in the room. Girl, that so ain't me. Uh-uh. No, I'm gonna bite my tongue every time. I ain't even got to bite my tongue because this is not how I'm built. It's not how I'm built. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of it. Whew. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the question. So this is kind of the what and the why. It lives for a while. I love it. It's the what and the why. So I'm grateful for the question. Like, this is the experience I had. Is that what you meant? Absolutely not. Thank you for sharing with me that you had this experience. I am very grateful that you came to me with this because never, like no part of me would do that intentionally. No part. None. No part. No part would do that intentionally. Now I'm going to have conversations. I'm going to have hard conversations, but I'm going to have them in private most of the time. If I've got to say something in public, most of the time I'm going to have more often than not, 99.9%. I'm going to have hard conversations in private so that people can have their real lived experience. Because sometimes when you do things in public, the response that you get from people is not an authentic response. It's an egoic response. It's their ego gets in the way. I'm not going to be punked in front of that, and so you don't really get their real, true, heartfelt response. I'm not interested in egoic responses. I'm just not. Like, let's not waste time and let's not waste energy and let's go work on that. Let's work on that. Like when my ego stands up in a space, I'll be like, girl, what you doing? Go sit down somewhere. Go sit down. You need to get that in check. What do you think is what I ask myself when my ego shows up is I said, ego in a way of hiding, proving, protecting, because we do need ego to help us to navigate some things. So I'm not saying the ego is totally bad, but I'm saying when my ego shows up in a way where it's defensive and stuff like that, I ask myself, what are you afraid of? Because that's fear. I'm afraid of losing something, right? I'm afraid. And so when that happens, I just let myself know nothing's at risk here. Like, you okay. You're all right. You really are. So go on and do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. Present the way you need to present for the optimal outcome. Be you, boo. And move on. I'm just saying. We went all over the place today. We did. We went all over the place. But I think you can find something in there. What hinders you from just being? Like, we have covered lots of things, like not being honest with yourself, not being honest with other people, running from what seems like conflict, not holding folk accountable for interactions. All kinds of things can hinder us from just being. So I'm inviting you to just be more often than not. You will be blessed by your being. And anything that don't work, we can make adjustments. I'm not saying that it's easy, but to maximize your life, they are necessary. All right, beloved, at the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you know what we did. We forfeited, we relinquished. Accountability is a self-love process. It is. I love that. Thank you, Devera L. It is. It's a self-love process. Accountability. We relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You don't have the right to not be amazing. I don't have the right to not be amazing, because we are anyway. I love you. Make sure that you all are going to we're doing some things with the website, so it might be up, it might not be up. But if it's up, go to drcatherinejames.com, click on More Love Please, and join the movement. And then that's the other thing. Oh, the show on Friday. On Friday, we will be celebrating Virginia, from Virginia, because I forgot to mention it last Friday that she sponsored last week's show. So we will be celebrating her sponsorship this coming Friday. Got to make myself a note. And I love y'all. I thank you for being on this journey, this very authentic journey that I get to live, right? And I'm grateful for you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.